You can win $32,000 on the turn of a card on Card Sharks. And if you play your cards right, you can win this beautiful Renault convertible. And now the host of Card Sharks, Bill Rafferty.
Thank you. Thank you. Hello, everybody. Welcome. We've got another great show lined up for you today. We're going to give away some money. Hopefully, we'll give away a brand new car. Can't start it without these lovely dealers, though. Here they come right now. Ladies and gentlemen, Susanna Williams and Lacey Pemberton. Welcome to you. Always looking bright and cheerful. You had a problem yesterday at work, couldn't you? There was a prize card that came up. It was compact disc, and you couldn't find it, could you, Lacey?
Trials and tribulations of this job.
Oh, the pressures of being in TV. It's kind of like Vanna trying to figure out V's and B's. It's so tough. Okay, let's deal out those cards now. Let's meet our card sharks, please. Come on. Hi, Scott.
How you doing?
Introduce yourself, sir.
I'm Scott Zuckman. I'm a district manager. I have a master's degree in chemistry, and I love tennis and all kinds of sports.
Good for you. Nice to have you. And a new baby at home.
And a new baby, 6 weeks old, Amanda.
That's nice when you have a new baby that you can also look in the bank account and find out that you have just increased it by $11,500.
We'll buy some shoes.
Nice work.
Thank you.
Nice work indeed.
Thank you, Mike.
Hello, Lana.
Well, hello.
Let's say hello to you. Introduce yourself, please.
My name is Lana Fields. I'm a native Californian. I'm married and have a 7-month-old son. Excuse me.
He's 7 months old?
Mm-hmm.
What's his name?
Joshua Lee.
You're going back to school, you say?
Yes, I am.
For what?
Associate Arts degree in Business Management.
Good for you. Good for you. You're going to have a busy life, I imagine. Let's get started right now. I know you guys have cut your cards backstage. I think we're just, we are. We're in the middle of game number 1 right now, and as you can see, Lana has a sizable lead happening. Do not forget about our prize cards in the deck. They show up all the time, and today we've got a trip to Tahiti. So let's get started right now. Lacey's already dealt out the cards, and this next question is for Lana, and it is our audience poll. We have with us 10 married men who are in our studio audience today. We've had these guys with us all week. We're going to say goodbye to them today, and I've been teasing them, and we've been having a lot of fun with them, and they're just terrific guys. Give them a round of applause. They're very nice. Okay, Lana, before the show, we asked these 10 married men, can you trust your wife to keep a secret? How many of these 10 men can trust their wife to keep a secret?
Wow. Gosh, I know if they're married to him, they're probably pretty trustworthy. Although, gosh, I don't know if they would admit it. I know that I trust my husband trusts me, and I'd like to hope that they all trust each other. We'll say,
I'm trusting we'll get an answer out of you, Lana, is what I'm trusting.
8 of them. How's that? 8 of them trust.
You're going 8.
Yes,
Trust their wife to keep a secret.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Scott, what do you think, sir?
Well, my wife, Valerie, is the most trustworthy wife I think a man could ever have. And I'm sure these gentlemen married their wives for the same reasons, and I'm going to say higher.
You're going higher.
You bet.
The actual number of these men who can trust their wife to keep a secret is 8. Right on the button. So, that means that you get $100.
Thank you very much.
Okay? That's for you. Now, let's, the thing that I'm interested in, we know that 8 trust their wives, which means, if my math is correct, that 2 don't. So who are the 2 guys who don't trust their wife to keep a secret? Whoa, Jerry. Jerry didn't. We haven't heard from Mark yet. Let's ask Mark. Mark, what's the problem here, sir?
There's no way my wife can keep a secret. The minute I get home and tell her anything, she's on the phone with her sisters, and it's around the family in 10 seconds flat.
Your wife doesn't work for the State Department, does she, Mark? No, okay. All right, fellas, have a seat. Thank you very much.
You know, I want to change that 7.
She says, lose the 7. 7 now becomes a 3.
Let's go higher.
Higher than a 3. We're talking game number 1 right here. There it is. That is as simple as it is. You answer a question, you win a game. We'll be back with more Card Sharks right after this.
Give me a shot.
Hello. We're waiting. Here we are. Lana has just won game number 1, and she is putting some pressure on the champ right now. Now he has to win this next game just to push it into the tiebreaker. Second game is about to start right now because Lacey's already dealt out the cards. Question goes to Scott. We surveyed 100 second-grade girls, and we asked them, would you like to grow up to look just like your mom? How many second-grade girls would like to look like mom?
Well, of course. What girl wouldn't want to look like her mom? I would want to look like my dad. I'm sure girls would want to look like their mom, so...
I thought you were going to say, oh, I'd like to look like
Not
my
me,
mom.
though.
Got me nervous.
I already
there.
look like my mom. Don't take that wrong. I'm going to say that's 72.
72. Lana, what do you think?
This is kind of risky, but I know when I was in the 2nd grade, I wanted to look like my mom. I wanted to look like my mom all the way to the 8th grade, and I look like my mom. But I'm going to say it's even higher. I'm going to go higher. I think a lot of little girls want to look like their mom.
Higher than 72?
Yeah.
That is different. The actual number of second-grade girls who would like to grow up to look just like mom is 88.
Woo! Wow.
88.
Go.
You know, I think Boy George wanted to grow up and look just like his mom, but I'm not sure. Anyway, Lana, let's take a look at this card. Here it is. It's a 5.
Go higher with the
Higher than a
5.
5, it is a jack.
Woo! Lower with
Lower
the
than a jack, it is a queen. Good start. Didn't happen. Scott, you get a free shot right from a 10.
Well, I'm going to go lower.
Lower than a 10, it's a king. So, cards starting to act up a little bit. Let's go on to our next question. This is an educated guess question, and this is for Lana.
Great.
The biggest bowling alley in the country is in Las Vegas. How many lanes does it have?
Wow. This is a great question for me. My family's bowlers. My dad's a bowler. My brother's a bowler. Oh, and the biggest lane I've ever seen them bowl on was about 30 lanes. So I'm going to say if it's Vegas and everything, excitement, lights, glitter, let's say 120 lanes.
120 lanes. Scott,
That is a big building, so I'm going to say lower.
you're going to go lower.
You bet.
That is a big building, 120 lanes. You'd need binoculars to see to the end of the thing. Like, the actual number of lanes at the country's largest bowling alley is 106. It is lower. But you were very close, Lana.
Wow.
You were right there. All right, so that means that Scott can look at this 10 and say,
I know that's a good cover. I'm going to change it.
I had a feeling. Let's see what we get up here now. The 10 now becomes a 7.
I'm going to go higher than that.
Higher than a 7. It is a 4. Right in the middle. Could go either way with that, and it didn't go the right way, so Lana gets a free shot from
And
the
higher with the 5.
higher than the 5. 8.
Woo! The lower than
Lower. 8. Lana says, stop right there.
That's it.
Okay. Next question goes to Scott. We surveyed 100 women, and we asked them, have you ever been so upset about what they did to you in a beauty parlor that you actually left in tears? How many women said they have left a beauty parlor in tears?
Well, I saw that same sort of episode on a TV show, so I've got if they're writing it into TV scripts, I imagine it's happened a few times. However, most women tend to stick with the same beauty parlors, so it's going to be 43.
43. Lana, higher or lower?
From my personal experience, I went into a beauty parlor one time and I asked, and I got exactly what I asked for, and it was not what I wanted. I came out of there in tears, curly, everything. I think the number's going to be a lot higher.
A lot higher.
Yes.
The actual number of women who have left the beauty parlor in tears is 33. It is not higher. It is lower. All right, Scott, you got a 7.
Let's change that 7, please.
Let's get rid of the 7. 7 now becomes a 2.
I love it. Okay, higher.
Higher than a 2. Brass
All
bed.
Great.
One of our prize cards shows up. It is a brass bed. Susanna puts it up on Scott's side of the board. Let's take a look now. We have a 2, and we're going
Higher.
higher. It is a 2. Unbelievable. All right, Lana, free shot from the 8.
We're definitely going higher.
She says definitely higher. It is definitely wrong. So, 3 shows up. We'll be back with more Card Sharks right after this. Here we go. This is our 4th and final question. That could mean only one thing. It is sudden death right here. And somebody's going to have to win this game on this next play of the cards, control of the board, the whole issue. And here it is. This is our audience poll question, and here are our 10 married men who've been with us. I said women. I almost said 10 married women, and I can see people at home going, that's the ugliest group of women I've ever seen in my life. No, we've got 10 married men. They've been with us all week. Again, just give them a round of applause. They've been terrific. Lana.
Yes.
Before the show, we asked these guys, are you afraid to ride in the car when your wife is driving? How many of these 10 men are afraid to ride in the car when their wife is driving?
I know the way my husband is. When he's driving, he's in complete and total control. When I'm driving, he's trying to hit the brake on the wrong side of the car. I'm sure that these men would like to... if they were driving, they'd feel more comfortable than if their wives were driving. I think... Can you repeat the question?
Sure.
Thank you.
How many of these 10 men are afraid to ride in the car when their wife is driving?
7 of them.
7.
Yes.
Scott.
That's a scary. They look like a frightening bunch, but no, they trust their wives. I remember that, so therefore they're going to trust their driving. It's going to be lower.
You're going lower than 7.
You bet.
Okay. The actual number of these men who are afraid to ride in the car when their wife is driving is 2. It is lower. Who are the 2 guys that don't like to ride with their wife? There's Robert and there's David. Well, Robert, we haven't heard from you all week. What's the story here?
Well, Bill, my wife is a rather short woman, and I sometimes feel she can't look over the dash, and she kind of speeds, so when she gets to a stop sign, it's a short stop.
So you get... Why don't you get her a little booster seat? You can put her up there and it will work very easy. All right, thank you, gentlemen. Have a seat. All right. Scott, you got a difficult choice to make right now. You can play it or you can pass it over to Lana. What do you want to do?
A long way to go, but I'm going to have to pass it over to Lana.
You're going to pass it over. He puts it all in Lana's hand. She's already won 1 game. If she gets this one right, she is the new champ. That was a big decision for Scott. Lana, you're forced to play off the 8. What are we going to do?
I'll take it, and I hope it's going to be higher.
You say higher than an 8.
So.
Higher than an 8? No! Scott! It was a 1-card call. Had she got a good card on that, she would have done it. I thought you made the wrong choice. It goes to show you what I know. You made the right choice. You have now tied this match up. And here are Susanna and Lacey to close that board up and fix it up for the tiebreaker right now. 3-card game. Let's get started right now. Scott, this question is for you.
Okay.
Ah, yes. We surveyed 100 men who are serving time in prison. Once again, the heart-shaped Card Shark van went out to convicted felons throughout America. And we asked these guys, as far as you know, do any of your fellow inmates have a gun in jail? How many inmates do know a fellow inmate with... Notice how polite we are with these guys. How many inmates do know a fellow inmate with a gun?
Well, I believe that America's penal system is overcrowded at best, but certainly they have enough security guards to watch whether or not people have guns in prison. So that is low. That'll be 8.
8. Lana, what do you think?
Gosh, that's a tough question. I know sometimes you see knives or sawed-off toothbrushes or something, but guns, I don't think there'll be too many. I'm going to say lower. I watch too much TV. You know the old movie?
Sawed-off toothbrush.
Saw it on a movie. Saw it on a movie.
Don't come near me, Rocky. I'm going to get you in the molar with my sawed-off toothbrush.
That's great. That's great. That's great.
Sawed-off. Little sawed-off toothbrush.
Okay.
Okay, we've got an 8. She says lower than 8. The actual number of inmates who know a fellow inmate with a gun is 19. It is higher. It is higher. It's a scary statistic.
Whoa, that is
what
scary.
it is. All right, Scott, take a look at this, sir. It's a 7.
Oh, change that.
All right, he says get rid of the 7. Here's a 3.
Okay, higher.
Higher than a 3. A 2. Ooh, that hurt. That did hurt. Lana, you get a free shot here, and here's a card.
Let's go lower.
Lower than a king. It is a 5.
Higher than a 5.
Higher than a 5. We're talking game and match right here. Here it is.
Thank you so much. So much.
Good job. Very good job.
Toothbrush.
Yeah. All right, listen, Scott, I want to thank you so much. Good luck at home with your new baby, and take $11,500 with you, and our thanks. Thank you so much for being here. Bye-bye. Come on, Lana. Come on over here. You did great. You got here. Had a wonderful job. Listen, when we come back after this brief message, I'm going to take Lana to the money cards, and I hope she wins thousands and thousands of dollars. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Here we are with Lana, and she's Lacey dealing out the money cards right now. Lana knows how to play those cards, but in addition to all the money she can win, we've added a joker to the deck, and anytime that thing turns up, of course, that will give her an opportunity to win that fabulous Renault Alliance that's sitting right back there. Beautiful. That is a snappy little card. That's one of my favorites. Beautiful. And for winning our match, we're going to give you an extra joker. Lacey's holding it for you right now, and of course, that guarantees you at least one chance at winning the car. So let's get started right now. Let us give Lana $200. She's got it. Let us make some money.
Okay.
You got $200 and the juice.
Woo! All of it higher.
All of it higher than a 2. It is a 4. 400.
$350 higher.
$350 higher than a 4. It is a deuce.
Woo! Okay.
All right, you got $50 and a 2.
All of it higher.
All of it higher than a 2. Here it is.
Okay.
I'm going to give you $400 more right now. You have $500 and a 7.
Change that. Number 1.
All right, that 7 now becomes a 4.
Woo!
500 on a 4.
We'll go 300 higher.
$300 higher than a 4. It is an 8.
Okay.
$800 on an 8.
50 higher.
How much?
$50 higher.
$50. Conservative bet here.
Yeah, just
you don't
get
know.
past the bad
Yeah, you just
car.
want to get bad. This one is tough to get by. So we've got $50 higher than an 8. It is a joker. Well,
Great.
isn't that a nice surprise? So, of course, this was the joker we were telling you about. I'm going to give it to Lacey, and she's going to hold it backstage for Lana, and that guarantees her 2 shots at the car. So, Lana, we've got an 8. The bet was
50 higher.
$50 higher. Here it is.
Woo!
$850 on a king.
$850. $700 lower.
$700. Lower than a king. It is a king.
Okay.
No win, no loss. It is a push. So we take the king, we bring it up here. You have $850. You got to wager at least half.
Okay. I came to win. I'm going all of it lower.
All of it lower.
All of it lower.
All right. No guts, no glory.
Be
All
there.
of it lower. Here it is.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Had tough cards.
Oh, yeah.
You really had tough cards. I was looking at it. I was looking at the cards in the run. Couple of pushes. It really didn't work out for you. But you know what you did? You turned in a rough run. You turned it into $1,800. So that's terrific.
Fabulous.
All right, here's Lacey with 2 jokers. So that means you're going to have at least 2 chances to win that car. And why don't Bob Hilton tell you all about it right now?
Absolutely. It's the new 1987 Renault Alliance DL Convertible. Comfort, convenience, economy, and efficiency. Plus, the joy of a power convertible top. Powered by a 4-cylinder overhead cam, fuel-injected engine, and 5-speed transmission. Furnished by Renault. Good luck to you.
You would look very good in that car, and we would love to see you in that car in one brief moment. But the first thing you're going to have to do right now is, in front of you are 7 numbered cards. Behind one of them is the word car. You got 2 chances to find it. Go do it.
Great. Thanks.
Go. You didn't know, huh?
A little indifferent there.
You didn't know. 4 you went right to, but this one there was a little indecision about. You didn't know about this one. Where were you going to go if you didn't go here?
Well, I'm sure it's 4, but the extra one was just an extra one. I didn't know where to put it.
Oh, okay. So this is a throwaway for you. Not really. We're
No,
hoping
are
that
you
the word
kidding?
car is here.
Yes.
I hope so, too.
Me
Is it
too.
here behind number 1? No.
Close.
Let's take a
Number
look at
4.
number
That's
4.
the lucky one.
Is it behind number 4? She knew it was going to be here. No, it is not. Right here.
I was trying to figure out which
Oh,
end to
you didn't
go.
know. I thought it was behind number 7. I had a feeling if you didn't go there, you were going to run all the way down here. But that's the luck of the draw. You got $1,800.
Wonderful.
We'll be back with more right after this.
GSN.
Welcome back. We are just about out of time. It's been a good week, though. Had a lot of fun this week. I really enjoyed the shows we did this week, and I'm happy to say that Lana is our champion now, and she will be returning next time we see you all here on Card Sharks. Do not forget the people who try and help this show become the best show that you can watch. That is Lacey Pemberton, Susanna Williams, Bob Hilton on the microphone. My name is Bill Rafferty, and I'll see you next time right here on Card Sharks. Bye-bye.